Hello, my angels. Today I want to talk about something that we often hear when we retire. How do you stay busy? If you don't go to work, what do you do all day? I don't know. Why do people think that after you retire, you just really don't have anything to do? Me and my brother laughed yesterday about it, and we thought, what is it about retirement that makes us feel so good? And we can laugh and go, I don't feel like doing nothing today. And that feels wonderful. But a lot of times we stay busy. We really have things we have to get done. And people, a lot of times, they think once you retire, you just really have nothing to do. You just sit around the house all day eating those bonbons. I don't know who started that rumor. I really don't know who started that rumor that once you retire, you have nothing to do. Life after 60 can get busy. Family needs you, friends need you, pets need you, your home needs you. But I have learned not to complain because being needed is a true blessing. I was shopping the other day when I got a call from my son. And you guys, if you watch my previous video, you'll understand what a busy week I had. But I was shopping and I was getting a few items. My son called. He was like, Mom, I need you. And that's all he had to say. I hurried up, checked out, headed to his place. He's like, I got to move out. I said, what do you mean? He said, they want to really tear these walls up and stuff, and they want me out of here so they can do it. And they got me an apartment ready, and I got to move today. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. You got a truck? He was like, yeah, we got to go pick it up. So we went and got the moving truck, and he and I just started going in there, getting things together. And he had one friend that he called on to help him move this big sofa that he has. And that was it. It was me, him, and one friend who helped for a couple of hours. And other than that, I was just going through organizing everything, making sure he got everything out of the cabinets, out of the refrigerator, out of the closet, everything out. And he and I did that. And the funniest part was that he lived on a bottom floor. And all this leaking was coming through the bathroom. We don't know how, where. They couldn't figure out how or where. They started tearing out walls and stuff. And he was really getting, fed up with it. He didn't feel like he had a home. He didn't feel at peace. But he kept a great attitude. And what got me was, I went to a fair, as you guys know. And when I was at a fair, I met someone from his apartment complex. And I told her, I said, yeah, I used to live there. As a matter of fact, my son lives there now. And she was like, what is his name? And I told her, she was like, oh, he is so nice. He comes in the office. I said, yeah, because his place is flooding. She said, yeah, but he's really nice about it. And I said, well, good, thank you, And so, it just makes me feel good when I hear such positive vibes about how my children carry themselves. Because I've never been someone who just gets out of character, yelling and screaming at people about things. I try to, stay calm, knowing that that's going to help me more than a bunch of yelling and screaming. So he called me over. I started packing. We got everything together. And we really made a good day out of it. And we got so many memories out of that visit, and so much conversation, so much laughter. And I was tired as heck. So anyway, I was tired as heck because he moved from the bottom floor to the third floor. The steps, I went up and down the steps so much that day. And at one point, he was like, Mom, just sit down, drink you some water. He said, we'll just bring everything up and you can pull it into the apartment. So that's what they started doing. They started, bringing everything up the stairs, and then I just drag it into the apartment. It was a mess by the time we got done, but we got it all done. And he worked through the night getting everything out. And so in my previous video, that's the last day that we turned in the keys, which was the next day, and the apartment was cleaned out and we had everything out of there, and that was a wonderful thing. And since then, of course, he's got it set up the way he likes it, and he said he feels like he's in a paradise almost. He said because on the third floor nobody can just look into his apartment. He said before he felt like a zoo exhibit, people standing there looking at what he's doing through his blinds. Because kids never close their blinds. So anyway, that was very exciting, and that kept me busy. And what makes it so great, I was able to do it. I was able to help him so much, and he appreciated it. And I'm always going to be there for him whenever he needs me. If I'm around and available, I'm going to be there for my son. And, I've always been there, so why stop now, right? And he's not one of those kids who call me at, everything that goes on in his life. He calls me when it's important, when he needs his mom, or somebody with some type of responsible thinking. So I'm just glad I was there to help him during that time. And I know there's going to come a time when it gets really quiet, which it has happened so many times, where it is quiet and nobody's bothering me. The phone doesn't ring and no one needs my help. And that's fine. That's fine. I did my time. It just goes to show you that life rarely goes according to our plans. Plans change. People move. Children grow up, and somehow, as we get older, we adapt to every change that comes our way. And I think that's what people over 60 do best, because also during that week, even today, there come storms that we have to weather. I was going to do this video outside, but as I was getting ready to do it, I went outside and the wind was blowing, the sky was dark. And so I decided I'll just come back in and do it in here in the living room. And adapt to, I had to pivot. I wanted to do the video outside. I had to pivot because of the weather. I mean, it was so nice and sunny at first, and then all of a sudden I go outside and now the whole scenery changed. I'll put a little video in here so you can see it. No storm look like, but it's windy. It's starting to rain. And darn, started out as a wonderful day. One big dark cloud right over there. And right there. And here comes the rain. But we've survived enough to know that difficult days don't last forever, and neither do the good days. Nothing lasts forever. That's why I try to enjoy every cookout, every storm, every moving day, every event, because these are just ordinary moments in our life that become our memories. Me and my son, we are still laughing about some of the things at for the move, when we moved, how things happened, how everything came into play and just worked out perfectly, I just want to let you know, if your life has been hectic, you're not alone. We all have those days, those moments where things just get hectic and everything comes at you all at once. But you'll get through it. We always do. But even in the middle of those storms, there's still joy that can be found. You just have to look for it. Be ready for it. Don't close your heart off to the happiness and joy that can be found in some of the storms that we weather. Leave me a comment and let me know in the comments what's keeping you busy. Share your story in the comments. I read every one of your comments and I always enjoy your stories. I really enjoy hearing from my wonderful angels. So if you enjoyed this video, leave me a like. Put that comment in here. Share this video if you think it'll help somebody who doesn't know how to weather the storms. And if you really enjoy it, hype it up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, push that subscribe button. And just remember, life may not always go as planned, but it can still be beautiful. Baby, you're out in the rain. She had to come see what was going on. What happened? You felt those raindrops? Don't scratch up my porch. Thank you. Bye-bye.